Never fails. Never fails. Hey,
Hi,
Theo. Happy Friday, everybody.
Hi, guys.
My name's Amy,
I'm Michelle.
and we are going to show you how to create
That's Theo.
some adorable, look at this. Is this the cutest? Some adorable china that you
It's so pretty.
can definitely enjoy the bragging rights over. So,
Yes.
we are going to take you kind of step by step, helping you think outside of the box of how you normally see using our stencils, that they can really be used to create some things that are totally different looking. And
I think we should just show them, Amy. So this is the plate we're creating. This is the stencil we're using.
yes,
So very different.
yeah, a lot of times when you look at the stencils and you look at the designs and even maybe the projects that we show you, you're thinking one thing, what would I use that for?
Absolutely.
And we really want to help you think about looking outside of the box, thinking outside of the box on how you can create a lot of different looks. Now, I'm just going to tell you, look at the variances of color with this.
So pretty.
Look at the depth. Hey, Eva from Las Vegas. Hey, Leslie. Hey, Mary. Hey, guys. Look at the depth. And also look at the fact that there's no birds on this. And we're using a stencil. Hey, Renee. We're using a stencil that has birds. And so you're thinking birds, but it doesn't have to be that way at all. This is one of my favorite stencils.
I love this
We
stencil.
have taken this stencil into reprint now. Hey, Caprisa.
4 times.
Like 4 times.
Yeah.
It is a very, very big seller. It's
And it wasn't even one of our first ones that we launched. We launched this later in the life of a maker studio. It's
Yeah.
just that popular.
It's just done really, really well. I think do you know that bird watching is one of the top
pastimes.
hobbies
Yeah.
in the world?
Yeah.
So I think maybe that's part of the reason why people love birds.
I love birds. They're all over my house.
I'm going to have birds all
I
over my
ran them
bathroom
everywhere.
that you're going to help me with. I told Michelle, I go, you're coming to help me with my bathroom, right? And
No, she said, "You're coming to do my bathroom." I was like, "Oh,
come help me
okay,
do my bathroom.
okay."
I told y'all, we were talking to Mary Margaret in the office. We were talking to Mary Margaret. I showed Mary Margaret. Mary Margaret watched the Facebook Live of me. Did you see that?
I missed it. I'm
Oh
sorry.
my gosh, it's so fab. It's so fab. And so I came into the office the next day and Mary Margaret goes, would you be mad if I did the same look in my bathroom as you're going to do in yours? And I'm like, no, absolutely not. Let's do it.
Yeah, exactly.
So I was like, Michelle, come and help me with my bathroom.
I don't know.
And then Mary Margaret was like, come help me with my bathroom.
I might need to do it in my bathroom.
It's going to be a lot of fun, I promise.
We're all gonna have bird bathrooms.
So it's going to show you how
We're
different
gonna
they look.
bird baths.
Bird. Yes. I'm okay. I love
I'm
birds.
punny.
I just love birds. Hey, Cynthia, how's it going? So here's the deal, guys. When you catch us live, we love that.
Yes.
But also, remember, you can share this video and your name goes in for a drawing.
Yes.
And, oh my gosh, who's doing
Tag your
that?
friends.
Who?
The
Somebody.
foyer.
Yes.
That's Renee.
Oh, please show your picture.
Yeah, girl.
Please do. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so fun. It's going to be so fun to see everybody's entries,
yeah.
dining rooms, bathrooms done with that paper. But we're going to show you today how to create your own DIY china. We're introducing,
So cool.
We're introducing a new kit. Looky here. So we put a kit together, and we have this stencil, 2 artist brushes, and 3 ceramic paints. So it can get you started, and you've got it all together. And on the recipe card that will come in the kit,
All the steps.
it has all the step outs, so that way you can know exactly how to do it, as we're going to be showing you here today. Hey, Pat. Hey, Tammy. Hey, guys. So we're just introducing this kit today, and you can go on the website and you can just order it, and that way it'll be shipped out to you. So I love the fact that if you want to be able to get started and do a project, these kits make it really easy.
Absolutely.
You don't have as big of an investment, but you've got all the stuff that you can do it with. And I'm just going to tell you, thank you, Theo.
Hi, Pat.
It's just great. These are Target plates. So Michelle was in line at IKEA, and then she texted me a picture, and she's like, everyone is in line at IKEA. And so I may have to tell Jean Howard to come get Theo.
Their cashiers were down. They had 1 running cashier and 1 for cash. And I never have cash.
Guys, do y'all feel like Like,
I was
locusts are next?
15 people back. I sent Amy a picture, and it's like you can't even see the numbers.
There's something going on. I don't know, because we have not experienced it with our e-commerce site. But that's weird. If you're saying the credit cards were down at IKEA, I was at Chick-fil-A. I never go to Chick-fil-A, but Starbucks was closed.
Yes.
So I couldn't get coffee.
My mom couldn't get coffee at Starbucks today.
So
she was like, I came to Starbucks for coffee.
So I ran to Chick-fil-A because I thought they'll have coffee.
No coffee.
And so when I pull up, she says, all of our systems are down everywhere, and we can't take credit cards, only cash. So all these people were pulling out, and I was like, well, fortunate enough, I had enough cash on me to be able to buy some coffee. But it's like,
I wonder if something went down with one of the major providers, because all of those credit card machines are all off of internet.
yeah, that's
So
wild.
with everything connected to the internet, it shuts down the
It's
world.
scary. Yeah, it really does. So anyway, I know y'all are like, what?
You
why are
people.
they chatting about that?
We're
Wait,
always
just
chatting.
be quiet and show me how to make that plate. So that's what we're gonna do. Walmart was down for like 2 days. Pat, where do you
Wow.
live? Where do you live, Pat? This is. We were.
It's weird.
We were at dinner the other night. Lane Bryan an hour ago. This was national.
I think
This was
it's
national.
crazy.
We need to. Somebody needs to Google it and see.
Somebody
because-
Google it. What's going on?
Here's the deal. Laptop, and you have to go to your phone. Okay, well, good deal, Lori. Well, we're just so glad you hopped
glad
over
you're
on
with
your
us.
phone. Most people use their. It was in Arkansas. Okay. So we were joking the other night. We were at dinner, and it was like, okay, so we have COVID we've dealt with. Then we had Snowmageddon here in Memphis. FedEx was shut. FedEx, International FedEx, is located in Memphis,
Shut
and
down.
they were completely shut down. And
Which
then
is so weird.
Then we had all of our water lines
A main
broke.
water line broke.
So we couldn't drink our water. We had a boil advisory.
We still do, don't we?
No, it was up last night.
Praise the Lord.
And now, I don't know, is it weird to y'all or just things that are weird?
Weird.
Locusts are next. That's what we said at dinner. Are locusts next?
They're all going to hatch because it's going to get warm.
Okay, wait a minute. There was a post made a few days ago about the Federal Reserve System being shut down and all banking transferred systems. I don't know about that, Crystal, but I need to check that out. Gosh, this is weird. It's weird. Okay, all right, but you know what?
We can
It's
craft.
okay. We can craft.
We can forget about all those things and just make pretty things.
We're just gonna craft.
Hey,
it's
hey.
what?
Y'all are joining us tomorrow, right?
Oh yeah,
Because it's Makeathon!
Yes, and you're a presenter tomorrow.
I get to kick us off at 10 right after you and Jean. It's going to be a little party.
I don't know that Gene knows that he's kicking it off,
But he always does.
but I will tell you,
He's your partner in crime.
Gene and I have hair appointments tomorrow together. I know y'all are like, stop talking and do the craft, but I
So
have to tell
funny.
you this. So the girl that cuts my hair, he was like, he looked like a country singer when he would get his hair cut. And I'm like, please go to my haircut gal and have your hair cut. And so he started doing that. So she texted me and she was like, I can take both of y'all tomorrow. So I was like, we're gonna go together to get our hair cut. So we'll kick off spring fling with our
go
long
get
hair.
your hair did.
With our long hair, and then we'll go get our hair cut.
I love it.
So, Makeathon. I'm excited. You're doing the Makeathon too, Renee. Guys, I'm just going to tell you, if you've never watched the Makeathon,
It's so fun.
and it is, it's not only encouraging, it's exciting. It is worth your time and investment because you're going to learn how to really do a lot of things that are totally outside of the box. And these are people just like you. These are
Yes.
people that are making things and they love to craft a beautiful life and they love teaching. So they love teaching and pouring into you, and it's free. I mean, it's completely free. So it's an opportunity for you to be able to connect with other women. Sorry, guys, don't mean to leave you out, but these are women. And
guys can learn from
guys
women,
can
though.
learn, absolutely.
Jump on, come play.
But so we want all of you to tune in tomorrow. It starts at 10 a.m. and it goes, I think, until 1. So just
Okay.
set your phone up open up your laptop. You can walk around the house and do stuff. It will be saved, but that way you want to be able to catch it live, and then that way you can send some love and you can ask questions to these gals, and that way we'll be answering your questions and stuff. So it's going to be an
so
exciting
fun.
day. It really
It
is.
really is.
So 10 o'clock tomorrow, Central Standard Time is when the Maker-thon starts, and Michelle will kick it off. So good
so
job. I'm excited
excited.
about that. All right, so now today we want to show you how to make your own china plates. This is from Target, but you can personalize it. Does this not look anthropology-ish to you?
Okay,
Yeah.
so not even, but I think of like going to Macy's, Dillard's, and walking into the area where all the china is,
Yes.
and this is
Yes.
something. Do you see what I'm like?
Yes.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. And a lot of you, I'm just going to tell you, I buy a lot of china and a lot of glasses and things. Where? Estate sales. You can get white china at estate sales.
Yes.
Cheap, cheap, cheap. So inexpensive. So I maybe go to Goodwill or go to an estate sale or go to Target and get these plates. How much are these plates at IKEA?
IKEA, they were $2.99 a piece.
Okay, so if you
about
can't find them,
$3.
and if you want to be able to have a setting of 8, then go to IKEA and buy them. How much would these normally run at Target?
I think they're right around the same price. If
same
not
price?
$1 more at Target. I think they're
Okay,
$3.99.
so $2.99 at IKEA, or Goodwill, but
Yeah.
you may,
Here's the thing. Another place I like to hit if you have them, Ross and TJ Maxx. They have a huge section of just white ceramic, and it usually runs about $2.99 a plate as well.
Yeah.
So those are options if you don't have an IKEA or your Target doesn't have white.
So this is a great item for you to be able to make for your own home. And so we're going to show you this kit that we're kicking off today.
So great.
And the kit is only $23.99.
Wow. Nice.
So $23.99, if you've never done this before, you're going to get these 3 ceramic arts, and you're going to get 2 artist brushes and the stencil and the recipe card. So thank you for the love. Share this video, guys, and guess what? Your name will go in for a drawing, and Marty's going to give this kit away free on Monday. So you want to be able to win that kit.
Thanks, Marty.
Thank you, Marty. We know she's watching. So,
I know.
hey, girl, she's amazing. She's
Marty,
amazing.
you're the bomb diggity.
You're the bomb.
Will you pop up the link for them to register for Maker-thon?
She just did.
Ah, I missed it. I'm sorry. You're
All
ahead
right.
of me.
But
best.
big lots for plates. Somebody just said big lots.
I didn't even
That's
think
a great
about that.
idea. Yeah, love that.
We'll check them next time.
So as far as in the kit, this is what comes in the kit. So you get
The
this,
birds.
the stencil. Thank you for
2 artist
sharing.
brushes.
Caring is sharing. Sharing is caring.
And 3 ceramic.
3 ceramic paints.
So you get angel wings, you're the water to my ocean, and
chocolate latte.
chocolate latte. I was like, it's a latte? Thanks, a latte. Brown a latte?
Did
Chocolate
Michelle
latte.
have coffee right before we went on here?
No, she's losing her ever-loving mind.
Okay, all right, we all are. Okay, so you have the link, but you don't see how to register. Marty, can you put it again, how to be able to register for the Maker-thon? Oh, and here's the other thing. The part of the reason why you want to watch the Maker-thon, do you know how much stuff we're giving away?
No.
A
Is
ton,
it a boatload?
A boatload. We're giving a boatload of stuff away. Marty has worked so hard on this, and she has put together so many great prizes, so many presenters, so many really outside of the box crafts that people are going to be showing you, and it's all free. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, yay! Okay, let's get on with it. All right, so let's show you.
Let's talk about today, not tomorrow. I'm sorry.
And I haven't even had my coffee from Starbucks today. So, okay.
Just Chicky, eh?
Yeah, no, and
It's not the same.
No, and I didn't drink it. It's still in my car. If you want it, you can have it. Still sitting out there. Okay, y'all ready? So I'm going to turn this down, and we're going to show you how to be able to create this plate on our new floral spring. Don't you just love saying spring?
Pretty.
Floral spring plate kit. $23.99. 3 ceramic paints, 1 stencil, 2 artist brushes. Great buy. Yes, we
Great
all love free stuff.
buy.
Hey, Carmelina. All right, so I'm going to pull this up. We're going to turn this down so that way you guys can see what we're doing.
Skizzles, please, my dear.
Okay?
Thank you. So we're just going to cut these apart. We are using 3 different stencils that have either the wreath or the greenery under the birdies. Birdies. That's funny to say birdie and not think of our birdie.
Oh, that's right, because we have a birdie that works in the back.
We adore her.
Yes, she worked so hard, and she was on. She came on live one day.
She did. She popped in right behind us.
And she was sharing with the fact that she had been in human trafficking, and we have, I'll just tell you this. I'm like, I don't want to not talk to you by looking at you while Michelle is cutting this. A lot of you don't know. A lot of you do know. But I want you to be encouraged that you're doing business with a company that employs a lot of women that have been in human trafficking and that have been in addiction and that have been incarcerated, because that goes hand in hand a lot of times. Doesn't start out that way. That a lot of them were teenagers. Most of the women were molested when they were very young. Most of them at 12.
Or younger.
And so our girls, and here's what's kind of cool. This is kind of something that the Lord just shared with me this week, was the fact that a lot of them didn't have a mom and dad that lived out in front of them. And they didn't know who their fathers were. A lot of their fathers have passed away, if they knew them at all. And so, and sadly, some of them knew their fathers and their fathers molested them. But Facebook may cut me off. I got to be careful. But so the cool thing about it is with our business here, with the way our business is done, we really pour into these ladies. And on Friday we have celebration lunch.
Yes, we do.
And we just celebrate our week, and we celebrate where we saw God, and we love on each other, and we pray together, and it's really, really sweet.
It's really sweet.
It's very sweet. And so it's a safe place for them to work and to really grow as people. Mm-hmm. So when you buy from a maker studio, you're helping employ these women. So thank you for that. It means so much to us, and just to be able to continue our mission of employing these women and pouring into them and changing the trajectory of their life. So thank you for you in doing that. Absolutely. All right, so I'm going to turn this down. Michelle is starting to work, so it's time to learn. All right, here we go.
Working on positioning.
All right, so tell us what we're doing.
So what we're looking at compositionally is we want the wreaths. We want, these are twigs and blossoms under this bird. We want this wreath through here. We want to add another little part of the wreath over here. So we're gonna put the bird in like this. And we work in layers because we're gonna work with multiple colors. You want to work slowly when you're laying these florals down, just because you want to make sure that you get in that, I'm actually going to go this way, I think, and get it that way. There we go. You want to make sure that you get the stencil really adhered to the ceramic so that you don't have any bleed under. So I'm going to work from that edge and making sure that I have that lip, and then work up my stencil. And I'm not too terribly worried about, like this, my bird's all puckered, but I'm not working on the bird. I'm only working
on
right
the
here.
leaves.
So I'm not worried about the bird being puckered. Same thing here, I've got some puckering right there, but I'm not worried about that because what I want are these branches and flowers around the bird. So I think I'm gonna flip that one.
So somebody was just asking, are these reusable? Yes, they totally are. And
absolutely.
The one thing, as far as with the pack, this kit that we're introducing today, guys, is only $23.99.
And this stencil alone is $16.99. So $17 just for the stencil.
So the kit that we've put together is really more about putting a lot of things in one place, so that way you don't have to get a whole lot and you get used to it and you're like, okay, I love this.
Absolutely.
So that way you can buy more. So the kit comes with this stencil, 2 artist brushes, and 3 ceramic paints. Mm-hmm. So it'll allow you to be able to probably do 4 plates easily.
Oh yeah.
That's fairly inexpensive when you think about being able to get the plates for a couple of dollars a piece.
Oh yeah.
So, and they will be food safe after you bake them. Now we call this a no-bake ceramic paint, but if you want them to cure quickly, mm-hmm. and you don't want them to have to sit here and dry for
12 to 14 hours,
or a couple of weeks for that matter, where the longer they cure, the harder they are. Then pop it in the oven, even with the no bake. So what we suggest, after Michelle's going to show you how to do this, put it in the oven. I usually put mine on a cookie sheet.
Yep.
Put it in the oven on a cookie sheet, and the oven should be on about 325 to 350, and bake it for about 30 minutes, 25 or 30 minutes. Then turn the oven off and let the oven completely cool down to where you can hold this. And then let the plate cool down, and then you're good to go. Do not put this in the dishwasher, though. Just hand wash this. It's the life of it's going to be a lot better. And don't let it sit in the sink water. Don't. Just hand wash it with soap and water, and you're good to go, and you can enjoy it. You can microwave it. You can put it in the oven. You can enjoy it.
Yes.
But let's keep it out of the dishwasher, and let's keep it out of a sink full of water.
Yes.
That just sits there.
Yes.
All right, so Michelle's going to show us as far as these colors. So can you tell on this plate what we're doing? There's 3 variances of color. That's why we have these 3 colors here.
Is to mix.
Yes.
So we want to do lightest variance on the bottom and then build the darker variances up. So I'm actually going to mix.
Can I have some glass? I'm playing because I like being creative while you're playing too.
She likes to play with me, but on her own paper.
Yes.
She wants her own paper. I know, it's what I'm thinking too. I'm going to have to use the back. So I'm going to lighten up this chocolate latte because I want it to be my undercolor.
Guys, we want you to really, it's something Michelle and I were talking about, we want you to get really used to mixing these. This is what makes it really fun, and everybody's is totally different. Being able to just blend a darker color to make a darker blue or brown, and then your white to be able to make it lighter.
And what's fun is everything then will be unique. Even going from plate to plate, they're going to be unique. They're not going to be exact, and I love that.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay, so I've heard people or I've seen people ask, like, you can use a brush with the ceramic paint? And the answer is absolutely. So I'm literally just brushing on this lightest brown that I just created onto my branches under this bird. And I do want to work kind of quickly. Now, I'm going to stay away from the birdie's little feet. I don't want feet.
You do have to work quickly with this, guys.
You do. If it dries in the stencil, it's very difficult to get out of the mesh. It's a lot like our one-step paint in that regard. So you really don't want it to dry in your stencil.
Actually, I need to speed it up.
Or Amy's is going to dry.
Speed it up.
Yeah. Even we, who use them all the time, are like, oh, gotta work faster. So because I'm done with this bird, I'm going to go ahead and peel it and immediately put it in my water that's right here at the table. And let it get some water on it while I paint the other ones. Now, I'm still working on wanting that depth, and we have all of these clusters. So we're building the clusters by layering the wreath work around the birds. So this sweet birdie over here is going to go up around this corner. There are no corners in a round plate.
Telling you, she drank something in her coffee before coming on here.
No, it's just been a day.
Would you put mine in your water?
I absolutely will, my dear.
And with the ceramic paint, if you mess some of it up before it's had a tendency to dry,
Scrape it off
you
with
just
your
scrape it
finger.
off.
You can scrape it off with a wet, I like to use a really fine point, wet tipped paintbrush, and I can move stuff around, which is super helpful if I just got a little bit on. And another great one is just a wet Q-tip. It also helps.
So see, I'm making my bird mug. You gotta work fast, girl. Love this. Look at them. Guys, thanks so much. Thank you for catching us live. And I love that just in those colors. Now see, you've got some there. Show everybody. They don't have to freak out. That way it's really easy to get that off.
So see, I hit it with the paintbrush. I just wet my fingers a tiny bit.
And you have to do that fairly quickly.
Yeah, you don't want it to get too much time to dry.
After it bonds, it's there.
It's in.
You're not going to be able to get it off. But even though we call these kind of a no-bake, it's good to be able to bake it because it will cure. And somebody was like, does it make it food safe after it's been baked? The answer is yes. So, but what we're doing today is we're showing you how you can mix the colors in this new kit that we're introducing and get all these different values, because we just think being able to take something that's inexpensive and affordable that we can get at Goodwill or IKEA or Target and customize
make it high end
like this. It's, I mean, if you wanted to, guys, we do have a Monogram stencil. You could very easily, this design makes it to where it could look good on that, is that you could put your monogram right here in the center.
Yes.
You could do your middle, your last name, your middle, and your first, and it would be really, really beautiful. This is just very classic. I had said, I think this looks very anthropology-ish, but Michelle's right in the fact that it really does look like China. It's upscale China
high-end,
now,
yes.
though. It's nowadays
Yes,
China.
yes.
It's not something
It's not
that...
outdated where you're like, oh, that's what my grandma got for her wedding.
Yes, no, it's more decorative.
This
Isn't this
is
pretty? So this is
definitely-
what Michelle has just done while we're watching. How's it going, guys? Be sure and tell us where you're tuning in from. We love to see where people are watching. We have people watching from all over the world. That makes it so much fun. And when you share these videos, your name goes in for a drawing that we give away one of these kits every week, and just by the people that share. Nobody else. So if you share and there's only maybe 50 people that shared, your chances are 1 in 50,
They're
and we're
really
going to give this
good.
kit away. So let's show everybody. So let's show them. Now these guys, these stencils are reusable. If you're not familiar with this, they're reusable. They're adhesive, and you can use them on china. You can use them on fabric. You can use them on glass.
Absolutely.
I mean, fabrics, t-shirts, tea towels, everything.
Everything.
But
So
it's going to depend on what product that you're using. That's why we're using our ceramic paint. These are not inks. We're using our ceramic paints that come in this kit that we're introducing for just $23.99. Hey guys, hey Kansas. We got several girls calling in watching from Kansas.
I like Kansas. I've never been, but I like it.
Oh, I love Kansas City.
Kansas City. You know what? I have been to Kansas City, Kansas. That's where my cousin got married. I drove there.
You just forgot.
I did. Now that I sang the song, I was like, oh, I remember singing that while I drove.
Okay, so you're cleaning our stencils.
I am.
And then we're going to come back. Are we going to have this as our darker value?
So what we said in the instructions was actually to build lighter to dark.
Okay.
So it was my lighter value.
Okay.
But since we have blue and we have brown and the white, we could do all kinds of variance options. We could do darker brown. We could do brown and blue blended.
Let's do a brown and blue blended. Don't y'all like that idea of doing a brown and blue blended?
Yes.
Now, this was done more monochromatic. We stayed pretty versed in the blue, and we just made a darker blue and a lighter blue. But you don't have to do that. You can mix it. You can mix it like this is. And now we're going to take this brown that we mixed up the brown and the white. And we've got this pale brown, and we're going to come in and we're going to mix up a blue with the brown. So that way it's not going to be monochromatic. It's going to give us a different variant, which will look really pretty. You may want to pop this in the water. It's good to have a little container of Tupperware water next to you, so that way we're cleaning out our brushes and we're cleaning out our stencils. Do you want me to help you with that?
This one is ready. This one is ready.
But I mean, I'll help you clean them. Now, here's something else that I don't want you to get stressed out over. With the stencils, when you're working with the ceramic paint, guys, the ceramic paint will have a tendency to maybe stain the mesh just a little bit, but it is not down in the design. See how you can
right.
see through that design? That's where the material goes through and creates that image on the other side. If it stains this gray mesh just a little bit, don't let that freak you out. It's not going to affect the design at all. But you do want to work fairly quickly.
You do. You do.
So we just washed these, and it's like, you see how sticky this is. Okay.
Okay, so now we talk placement again. Where do we want to put more branches coming in or out either direction? And so because I have the long one here, I want to bring these out. So I'm going to position Birdie where I have the wreath making kind of a circular motion around these edges. I want to kind of branch in and out of the branches that are already there. And what builds beautiful texture is the fact that they're two completely different types of branch. They're not the same. So they're going to look different, not just by color, but by actual composition.
So that's what we're doing. We're allowing these branches to go a lot of different directions, and it will build on itself. So you've kind of got a center here, and then they're going in a lot of different directions. But we're not putting the bird on our plate. We're wanting you to be able to see. We're just using, let me bring you this way just a little bit so they can see. We're just using the branches from the stencil, not the birds. Not that he's not great.
We love the birds. We use them on all kinds of things.
He's great. There he is.
Just not on this one.
Right.
Oh, I did that wrong. Let me move this one over here. That's the one I already did. I don't want to put that over there.
Oh, gotcha.
Like, I don't want to put that over there.
So we're using the branches from each one of these stencils where they're all totally different. Some of them have little flowers on them. Mm-hmm. Some of them have just little leaves.
I may just do a rando over here. Like that.
Guys, as you pop on, if you've never watched us before, my name is Amy. This is Michelle, and we're showing you how to be able to create your own DIY china using our ceramic paint and our Maker Studio stencils. And if you share this video, we say sharing is caring, we're going to put your name in for a drawing, and we're going to give one of these kits away.
There we go. We're going to put that one over there.
Okay?
Okay. So,
Now we're going to make a blue-green.
And I'm going to put
a blue-brown.
Yes. I'm going to put the blue over here, and I'm just going to steal from my brown pile over here.
Okay? That chocolate latte. So pretty.
Chocolate latte.
I want a latte right now.
Amy's like, I'm in need. I'm gonna,
Pat!
gonna
I
have
would
a
love.
white
Oh my gosh, I would love.
Yeah,
That's
look
pretty.
at that.
Love that. Okay,
Do you
let's
see,
show
y'all?
them.
We're playing. A little brown, a little blue, and then I was like, ooh, let's put some white in there. Look at
that
color.
This is the color that we're going for right here. Isn't that
So
yummy?
pretty. Okay, so I'm gonna blend a little bit more and steal a little more white. Look at that. Oh,
You can't
so
mess this up.
pretty. No, because it's fine. We want it to be variegated. We want it to have lots of depth. So
But
we're
it's good to
okay.
be able to have, it's called the LRV, the light reflective value, to where these colors, these are more earthy tones that we're working with. We're not going into jewel tones. These are more earthy. So that's why Michelle is mixing the brown with her blue. That's going to make it more earthy and go really pretty with this brown underneath.
And not only that, it's going to give you colors that complement one another so that you have the option to have lots of color without being overwhelming. I'm a color
love
girl.
that color, but I love that color. That color makes me happy. And and here's the other thing. When we talked about showing you how to be able to do this, we want you to look at the stencils. Don't look at what they are. Now, in the kit, you get this. But a lot of you would go, well, I don't know what I'm going to do with the birds. Here's the deal, guys. Look, we're not using the birds on this. We're using all of the branches. We're using the branches from here, the branches from this one, the branches from here. See how you've got oak leaves, you've got all these different ones. We're just using the branches and building them up on this plate. And then we've got 3 variances of color that's giving us this gorgeous DIY china plate.
And you'll be able to find that was my bad.
Your stencil's wet.
Stencil is too wet. That is the problem with working with a
Wet stencil.
Wet stencil.
Well, just wipe it. Just show them right now, so that way it's no big deal if
We
you
have
get it messed up.
Yep, I have a wet sponge, and I'm just gonna clear that section off. My other section looks great. So I'm just gonna clear this section off and start again without a problem.
Because it's the cool, the cool thing about this is, and we say, turn some music on
And just
enjoy
enjoy.
this. Because, and a lot of you that have Etsy shops, guys, you can sell these. You're talking about $1.99. Let's show this right now. Let's show what Michelle just did with the blue and the brown. Is that not the cutest? Do you not love
So
that?
pretty.
So cute. You can do it in monochromatics like this, or you can have it where you've got different colors.
That are
And-
complementary
Yes, that are
tones.
complementary because we're going more into the earth tones. This is like the cutest thing ever. The cutest thing ever. How's everybody doing? We're talking about, it's like the craziness in the world and everything that's going on. People are enjoying crafting more than ever.
Yes.
And I didn't know this, but crafting got started in the Depression in the 1930s.
That does not surprise me at all. It's funny, I just taught on the Great Depression yesterday
With your kids?
with my
Your
American
students?
Girl class.
Because it's one, we want to be able to have a beautiful home. We're home more.
Yes.
The environment of our homes and what we're doing. I think even being able to show, if you have grandchildren or children, to be able to show them, look, I am making a beautiful plate for us to eat off of, and this was $1.99.
Right. We're making a pretty plate that looks like $1 million, but it was not.
Because China has gone up so much.
It is insane.
It's insane. And these Target plates and the ones from IKEA are so hardy.
They are, and they're pretty. Like the color in them. Was that yours? Nope, that was mine, wasn't it?
So if y'all are like us, and if you are just now popping on, be sure and say #replay. Let us know that you watched, and you know how Facebook is. It ranks you as far as your algorithms, and so when you send us love and stuff like that, it helps us and helps our company, which our whole mission is being able to help women from human trafficking and to be able to craft and to be able to glorify God with what we're doing. That's why we love creating a lot of scripture verses. We love having God's word on a lot of things that we do. I mean, we love loving on people. And, it's kind of funny when you go into, I'm just going to say craft stores. When you go into
Yes.
craft stores and places like that, they don't have scripture verses because that's just not their MO.
Yeah.
And so we love how God's word can be so encouraging in our homes. We love having
To our people,
to our people, to our
friends.
children, to our family, to everything. And we just do that unapologetically. It's like,
Because we like it.
that's how it is. So
We like it. We do it. It's how we do our houses.
I'm going to show you. I'm going to put this in as a commercial. I'll just tell you in the morning.
She's
Hey,
like,
Cynthia.
I'm going to have my own commercial.
Hey, Cecilia. In the morning, I'm going to show you in my kitchen where my prayer board is. We're getting ready for March 11th. Will be our second maker class. Guys, I'm just going to tell you, the first maker class, we did our scripture cards. And Sonia answered your question, do you seal this afterwards? No, you bake it. And so thank you, Izzy Antiques. So in the morning, I'm going to show you my prayer board that I have in my kitchen, because I was telling somebody, when I develop these maker classes or these crafting kits, I think about things that I'd want to have in my own home. And so many times when I have a prayer journal, I'll write it in my book, but that notebook will go beside my bed. And so I don't have that book and those people reminding me of who I'm praying for. And so all day long. So what I did is that we're putting a link right here to the next maker class. And I'm going to show it to you in my kitchen, the prayer board. But I was like, Jean, I want a really cute prayer board in the kitchen, so that way when I'm cooking and when I'm walking by, I see that person's name that I'm praying for.
Yeah.
And the other thing is that I love being able to have the praise. Guys, we need to believe in the power of prayer. One of the new stencils we have coming out is, if you're praying for rain, carry an umbrella. it's like we need to believe, one, God is a promise keeper. He is
we
a
ask
way
for
maker.
it,
And when
he's
we
going
ask
to
for
show
it,
up.
and when the desires of our heart are in alignment with the things that are desires of his heart, not that we're praying for a Maserati or it's like when we're praying for children to come home, when we're praying for prodigals to come home, oh my gosh, God's heart is in alignment with your heart. And here's the other thing. There's tons of other mothers that are right there with you that have been through this, that have prayed and prodigals have come home. And so for us to be able to have that prayer board and be able to see that in our kitchen and when people are walking in, or if you have small children,
Yeah.
if you have grandchildren, or if you have friends, and they see that you've got a prayer board and a praise board in your kitchen and it's pretty, and you can go, I don't know, does prayer really work? And it's like, absolutely it does. It's like, that's why on Fridays we get together and we talk about where did we see God this week?
Amen.
Because he's living, breathing, answering prayers, and we see him in and throughout everything. If you wonder if God's alive, you need to go outside and look at the trees. And I tell people, think about this earth that's just floating.
Yes.
This earth, all of us, we're just floating.
just
If
here.
we were this much closer to the sun, we'd burn up. If they were this much closer
Or further away, we'd freeze.
we'd freeze to death. There was a divine plan.
Yes.
And we are here, and God is wanting to use a bunch of broken people like us that are so indecisive and so inconsistent
Good.
that
And
he would be willing, amen, yes, Terry, that he would be willing to work through us.
Yes.
So I'll just put this in for a little side note. We also have a Bible study that's free on our Facebook page. Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock, and it's called the Proverbs 31 Maker Studio. So Marty will put up a link there, and then that way you can join, and we're all together, and it's just so sweet. If anybody's watching here that's in that group, tell them how great it is. So it's really fabulous. And Michelle's over here working, and I'm just hogging the camera.
It's okay.
But Cynthia, the cool thing about it is the prayer boards are out. They're on the website. Thank you for saying that, Michelle. And you can join, and it will be on March 11th. And then we do the craft. I'm going to be showing you how. I've invited my friend Karen Conley. She has written an amazing Bible study. It's called Miss Perfect. Are y'all hearing this? It's called Miss Perfect. And while we all struggle with thinking that we've got to do everything perfectly,
Right.
that we've got to have the perfect body, that we've got to have the perfect hair,
That we have to have all the answers.
that we have to have all the answers, that we have to be the perfect mother, that we have to be the perfect friend, that we have to be everything. What is it about us? And that is a daunting task that we will never be able to fulfill.
That's right.
And so we have invited her, and she is going to be teaching us about Miss Perfect and the Bible study that she has written. We're going to be going over that on March 11th. Then we're going to have breakout sessions, and you will be broken out in this maker class. When we're making these prayer boards, you'll be broken out into a group, and you will have your own crafting group, and then y'all will be able to talk among yourselves.
Talk amongst yourselves.
It's so fun. I promise. It's such a blessing. And while we're in COVID, it's just such a great way to be able to be virtual and connect. All right, so
Yes.
hold on. We're going back down here again. We got to finish our plates that we're showing you and introducing in our kit today. So hold on. All right.
Okay. Amy can talk because it's slow going. You do one step at a time, one little section at a time, one little branch at a time.
Can I show them?
Yes. And
So-
then just keep building.
So you see how she's doing one color and she's laying that down, and then it sets pretty quickly.
It does set
Ceramic
pretty quickly,
paint
absolutely.
does. Now, here's another question that somebody may see this later and go, do I have to bake in between sections?
Absolutely not.
No, you do not. So, and people might go, well, we thought that was no bake. No, we just say to really let it cure quickly, go in and pop it in the oven.
Yep. It'll cure faster.
Put it on 325, bake it for 25 or 30 minutes, and then that way it's nice and cured. But just hand wash it. But don't let it soak in the water. So Michelle has layered that color. We're going to do one more, and then we're going to let y'all go. But we did this color first, our brown, so we mixed it. And in this kit, you get these 3 colors. Then we made up a custom blue by adding a little bit of brown and a little bit of the white. And now we're gonna just add that last color on top.
Which the last color I did put here. So this lighter blue is the blue, brown, and white, and this dark one is just blue and brown.
Oh, okay, so that is our last color. So that is our darker color. So
That's
we've got a
3
light brown,
colors.
we've got our light brown, our light blue, and then we've got our darker blue.
And what I love
love that.
about the blue and brown, that the way that I blended it is that there's green to it. So it brings a little
Yeah.
bit of green into
Yes.
my plate as well. So
Yeah.
it's just very natural looking.
So, and here's one that we did more monochromatic. So, Sonia, so oven temp. So what I suggest, I do, some older ovens will not go this high because I had an older oven, because I have an old house. And
You're like,
it's
"Size."
crooked. Y'all are like, Amy, you always have.
It keeps falling. It has a
does.
mind of its own.
It just keeps falling. Okay, here we go. All right, well, I'll be
We're
crooked
gonna
that
pray
way.
over it and don't breathe.
So, cook it at between 350 and 325.
Yeah.
So if your oven will only go to 325, then just keep it at 325.
Yeah, no worries.
And then cook it for about 25 to 30 minutes. It's not going to hold.
It's just gonna keep dropping off the side.
Yeah, we're just going to be
We're gonna be
crooked.
crooked. We
All right,
love y'all,
quick
but we're
question.
crooked.
Which paint did you use for your wall stencil? Okay, so Terry, so here's the deal. Here's what I'm doing. I did, now, and this confused a lot of people. I used the new Bird and Branch stencil, the big gargantuan.
Big.
I did it in chalk art to decide if I liked it.
She wanted to be able to wipe it off if she thought it was ugly.
No, I knew it wasn't going to be ugly, but I was trying to decide, like, on my color, and was I going to
Yes.
have a white wall with a gray, or was I going to do a
Oh, you
gray
did it
wall
like-
with white? So I have just raw plaster. I had not painted it yet. That's why I said I'm inviting you over for dinner or lunch or maybe breakfast.
Girl, if I'm doing the bathroom, it's gonna have to
Breakfast.
be like the weekend.
I'll invite you over for Saturday breakfast. Okay, so then I was going to paint the walls in Bauhaus Buff, the
Ugh,
one-step
I love
paint
that
from Amy Howard at Home.
color.
It's great on walls because it's a matte finish. And then I'm going over it with Hold Your Horses Gray. So, Michelle, what did I end up doing? I'm doing Bauhaus Buff with the dark gray Hold Your Horses.
Love it.
So that's what I'm doing. That's my bathroom. And Mary Margaret, who works here, is doing the same exact thing.
She
which
is
quite all
She's
right.
gonna do the same colors.
Yes, and I'm okay with that.
I am too. That means I'll be ready to help you both. I will be well versed.
So anyway, we
They actually really like that I'm not full time anymore.
well, we have fun when you're here. That way you can come and help us.
Yes, and
So-
I love to come and help.
So anyway, so just to kind of wrap this up,
My
thank you guys
happy
for
days.
watching. This is our new kit that we're introducing today. This is our floral spring. We just love the idea of saying spring.
Spring. Oh my
Spring
goodness,
has
I'm ready for
sprung.
it.
And we put this kit together with this bird stencil that you can create. We're not using the bird.
We're
And
just using
with the three
wreaths.
ceramic paints and 2 artist brushes, and it's only $23.99. It's a
Which
great,
is a steal.
great buy. It's a great buy
Yes.
for this kit. So somebody said, is the ink paint that you used, is it the ink paint? Not on
is
this.
not. It is the
This
ceramic.
is ceramic paint, and you'll want to bake it. So anyway, thank you. Deborah, thank you so much. What a sweet word. Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you, guys. Be sure, share this video. Sharing is caring. Show them, because you're
I just keep
continuing
playing,
to
y'all,
work.
look.
It's so fun.
I love, so all 3 colors are in this wreath down here at the bottom already.
Is that not so pretty?
So pretty. And I'll keep layering my wreaths until I get to my bouquets. If you want, right back here, we actually laid the top of this flower multiple times so that we had like a floral to close up some of these open spaces. So you just get to play.
Yes, and I'm going to be using the ink on my wall. Somebody that that they asked. Yeah. So sign up for Makerthon tomorrow. We're giving away a ton of prizes. It's all free. Doesn't cost anything, and it will allow you to really encourage these gals that are going to be doing a great job teaching,
It's going to be fun.
including Michelle. Have a great day, everybody.
Bye, friends! Happy Friday!